Hi, Mr. Ko here again, and today's topic is multiplying and dividing decimals. Our goal for today is to multiply and divide decimals. Our California standards that we're going to cover today is number sense 1.2. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do today is multiplying decimals, and I've got a couple of quick tips right here that you want to follow at all times. Number one, we're going to rewrite the problem in column format. Number two, we're just going to multiply the digits. And number three, we're going to count the total of decimal places, and that's going to be at the end. Okay? So let's go ahead and take this, and we're going to rewrite in column format. And again, it doesn't matter if I have the 2.1 on the top or the 1.7 on the bottom, because multiplication can be done commutatively. Okay? So here, let's go ahead and multiply out. Take the 1 times that. Do a little placeholder here. 2 times 7 is 14. Add them together. You now have 7, 5, and 2. Now the tricky part here is all about the decimal places. Now, I'm going to underline how many decimal places I have on the first number, which is 1. Then I have another decimal place over here, which is another 1. Together, you're finding the total of the decimal places. Since there's 2, your answer is going to have 2 decimal places. That's it. Alright, let's go ahead and do it this one. Here I have 2 tenths and 1 and 3 tenths. So I'm going to rewrite this, and you can again rewrite it either way because you are multiplying. I'm going to go ahead and write it with the 1.3 or 1 and 3 tenths on the top, multiplied by 0.2. We'll put that 0 there as well. And again, our answer is going to be negative because of our integer rules, knowing that a negative times a positive will give us a negative number, but we can go ahead and put that in later. So here, 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2. And then if I multiply the zeros, so here's 0, 0, and 0, I still get 0, 2, and 6. Now again, we rewrote this in column format, we multiplied it out, and then we're going to count the total decimal places. I have 1, 2 here, so there's 1, 2, your answer should have 2 decimal places. Okay, now division is a whole different type of thing. We're going to, number one, set it up in a long division format. Then we're going to divide by a whole number. And that part, you're going to have to do a little bit of moving of those decimal places in order for that whole number in order for that decimal to be a whole number. So here, let's go ahead and reset this up. So again, this is 2.1 divided by this, which means we're trying to find out how many of this is going to fit into 2.1. So I'm going to go and write it down as 0.07 divided into 2.1. Okay. So we've set it up. Now we're going to divide by a whole number. Since that's not a whole number yet, we're going to go ahead and make this into a whole number. Now the mathematics involved into making this into a whole number means we're going to multiply this number by 100. If I multiply this number by 100, then that means I also have to create this, because remember, this entire expression needs to become fair. It needs to be equal. So if I multiply this by 100, I'm multiplying this by 100. Another way you can look at it is I am just moving this decimal 2 places, which means I'm going to move this 2 places. And again, you can put placeholders. So if I were to rewrite this out, it would look like 7 into 2, 1, 0, and there's my decimal. So I've basically just multiplied this by 100, this by 100. That is how it looks after you do that. The answer comes out to the same because you are just manipulating the numbers at this point. So let's go ahead and finish this up. 7 into 2, that can't go in, 7 to 21, 3 times, minus 21, Bring down your 0. 7 to 0 is 0 times. The answer is 30. Okay, let's go ahead and use this one. And again, you're going to set it up the same way. So we're going to set this up with 5 thousandths and 2 and 45 hundredths. We want to make this into a whole number, so we're going to multiply both sides by 1,000, or 3 decimal places. And again, you want to make this at the end of that number. 3 decimal places here. 1, 2, 3. Put a placeholder. So rewriting this out looks like 5, 2, that decimal moved all the way to the end. 4, 5, 0. Here's my decimal again. Okay. So now let's go ahead and take this 5 into 2, nothing. 5 into 24 would be 4 times. That's going to give me 20. Subtract this, I have 45 left. 5 into 45 is 9 times. That's minus 45. I get 0, bring down the 0. 5 into 0 is that. And then my problem is none.